Good morning, Fillmore. My name is Adrian Robledo with Diamond Realty. The show is brought to you by KDTV on KDTV.com and our YouTube channel, KDTV. And I'm joined with Mr. Eric Swenson here with the Regent House. How you doing today, Eric?
It's a great day. Glad you're here.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. Alrighty, Eric. I know the Regent House has some unique items here, and antique and vintage items. So where do you guys find this stuff at?
Well, we'll start with the name. It's Regen House, as in regenerate, repurpose, recycle. So that's the idea, is the Regen. We find old things, and I find them everywhere. I find them at the swap meet, the estate sales, the garage sales, flea market, auction houses, online, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, eBay, all of those places and more. And people just walk in the front door with things too. So, and people hear about it at a shop, so they say, "Hey, we can bring you some stuff." And yeah, go ahead, send me some pictures. So things are happening all the time. So Regen is in regenerate.
Okay. And then recycling.
Re everything.
Yeah, everything. All right. Eric, I know we interviewed your wife on a previous episode. So tell us a little bit about yourself, since we got to know her.
Well, she's much more interesting than I am. But,
I've heard otherwise.
Yeah. Okay. Who are you talking to? I am a longtime cinematographer and visual effects supervisor for the film industry, 30 years doing that. But I always had an interest in old things. I was part of the Garden Grove Historical Society growing up in Orange County, and my first house was 1890 Victorian in Monrovia, and I restored that. And then ever since then, my love of old things. My mom collected antiques, and my dad had old cars, so all of that just sort of made me into someone who likes to bring old things back to life, and that's why we opened the shop.
Okay, so it started at a young age. And so you believe your family, growing up just with all that, drove you to where you're at now.
Mm-hmm. That's what happens. You become your parents, or you become not your parents.
Yeah, one or the other.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about, can you tell us a little bit about the film projects you've worked on?
Yeah, I have an IMDb page. If you look at my name, that's probably the easiest way to do it. My wife, Renee, she's always talking about the films that I've worked on, and I always forget them because they're a job.
It's a job for you.
Yeah,
work.
It's work. I mean, sometimes it's incredibly creative, and I'm proud to be part of that industry. But I was a cameraman on Nightmare Before Christmas with Tim Burton film, and then later James and the Giant Peach, and X-Men 2, and a lot of films that I do the visual effects for, or the cinematography for.
Wow.
That wasn't one of our approved questions.
It's a bonus for the crowd. Alrighty, so tell us a little bit about the Regen House and what it holds for the community in the future.
Well, community-wise, the goal is to bring people from out of town to the town and help all the other shops, because it's not real. I mean, we have locals that that wander in, like, I just thought the other building looked great, and I thought, what a great place, and they really enjoy it. But really, the people who like these kinds of interesting things come from all over, from Santa Barbara, LA, Orange County. They all come to this kind of a shop. There's not very many of these in the country that have these kinds of things. As I always say, it's not your grandmother's antiques. This is more like your grandfather who was a dentist or a mine worker. Those are his antiques.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so a lot of cool history here.
Yeah, there's a lot of mechanical, electronic things that move, things that light up.
Butter churners.
What's that?
You got any of those butter churners?
No, not a one.
Not one?
No, that's farm teaks. We don't do farm teaks.
Oh, okay.
We're closer to what people call steampunk now. But it's things that move, that have a life and have a lot of texture because someone's touched it, and it's not from a house. It's usually from a business. That's the kind of things we do.
Oh, okay. Very cool. Alrighty. Well, thank you, Mr. Eric, for joining us here today, and we'd like to thank you guys for watching and listening. And my name is Adrian Robledo, and this has been Good Morning Fillmore with Mr. Eric Swenson with the Regen House here in Fillmore, California. Come on inside. Check out our previous episodes on KDTV.com. Alrighty, thank you guys. Bye-bye.